Hello, hello, and welcome back to Old World Blues. Last time we arrived here and got a very detailed briefing on what we need to do that also told us not a lot. Alright, let's go ahead, open up... No, not the footlocker, actually. Let's start putting some things away. So in this trunk, we'll toss the glove. Yeah, I don't care about these or these. We're gonna wear our ranger armor. We put away a bunch of our food already, so we're just carrying our drugs on us. Nothing I have here is weighing me down, right? Yeah, okay. So we're not gonna worry about converting any of these ammo types right now because we have 2 energy guns now. All right. So I'm happy with what we got. Let's just get dressed. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Think tank. Alright, let's talk to these guys a little bit more. Get a little bit more of an idea of what's going on here. I really don't like the giant eyes. There appears to be enough chemistry components available to create a smaller quantity of chems, assuming one has the knowledge to do so. Create some drugs or create some stim packs. Let's go with stim packs. I love just the metal boxes with the branding on them. Let's quickly loop around and loot, and then we'll talk with them. I should grab scrap metal too. Let's not worry about it. It's not like I ever have a shortage of lead. Oh, hi. Don't mind me. Scary man. He's clearly the smartest, but he also scares me deeply. Alright, give me those. I'm glad they're okay with me taking all their shit. Ooh, some stealth boys. Oh, let's throw back a little bit of booze. Alright, let's start talking with all these people. Because, yeah, I looted everything on the lower level. Dr. Boris.
The lobotomite animal before me.
Oh.
What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling royal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
Oh, new quest. Please don't call me an animal.
Yes, animal. Hormones, pores, glands, all wrapped up in skin. Who knows what terrifying secrets lie beneath your epidermis?
You should be a radio show
Skulls
host.
shall tell us your secrets, even if we must cut deep for such knowledge.
Please don't.
I was head of my biology class at American High, you know?
American High. That feels like it's not a real school. So, tell me about this client, these particular technologies. Can you tell me about the Big Empty?
That castrated nickname of our facility is not its true name. The true name is Big Mountain. Where are your manners? It is our home, threatened by the horrors of Mobius. All we wish to do is continue our research, layer upon layer, above and beneath the floor of the crater, until we have our answers. But no, Mobius will not let us rest, scaring us with his scary robots with their laser tails and blowing up all the time.
This critter looks like it has been tag teamed by giant fuckbots.
It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities. Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds for science.
What was this explosion?
Boom! Yes, quite unexpected and embarrassing. All better now after the landscaping, though. Much more pleasing to our monitors. And the crater helps keep everything inside, because it is bowl-shaped.
So did this used to be a mountain and they blew the top off? What was this about test cities?
Yes. In the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if their town, community, or city was just right, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tec was much better at it, of course. We had to make do, get permission, sometimes. If only we could have used commie cities. But capturing whole cities was hard, so we captured enough commies to make cities of our own. So we had a group of Chinese prisoners to experiment on. Those were the days. But the true test was science on unsuspecting Americans.
That's a good expansion to Fallout lore, actually.
Autodocs, toxins, vending machines. We wound them up, let them go into tiny, isolated towns. Then we observed.
I wonder how many random little things throughout the Fallout universe that only appear in one micro region and nowhere else can be chalked up to Big MT then. You know? Maybe the different bottle shapes on the east and west coast is because of Big MT. Maybe we only see certain flavors of Nuka-Cola in Fallout 4 because of Big MT. Maybe Ball's soda never left the Midwest, or Ball's energy drink never left the Midwest because of Big MT. I had other questions.
Submit your questions. I shall respond with deadly answers.
So who exactly are you and what do you do here?
Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once, especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
Night stalkers, the coyote snake things.
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
What do you mean contained in Big Mountain? They're all over the Mojave.
No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
I don't think they're in sterile. They breed alright. I've found their eggs.
I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts.
Please no. Go ahead, you might make me infertile or impregnate me.
Impregnate you? What? Do you want to make me vomit inside my tank?
Yes.
The mere notion makes the edges of my biomed gel crystallize into asymmetrical patterns.
You don't seem to have a grasp on your own research, buddy.
Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try.
So, the Night Stalkers were created for what purpose, then?
To preserve Coyote. No, wait. The snake DNA was important because the snakes with the rattles were dying out, and... Or maybe it was a bet from Callus in X8. He had some mountain lion, eagle, condor idea. Bet you can't breed this, he said. Showed him. Then it spliced itself into a coyote snake thing, which was eventually successful. Kept that DNA where it belonged. Spliced. Why are we even debating this? What you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
I feel like the Institute could have taken a page out of this place's book in terms of writing evil scientists. Tell me more about Mobius and the Forbidden Zone.
The malignant tumor that is Mobius plagues us all. His hunger for power, insatiable. From his lair in the Forbidden Zone, his terrifying robo-scorpion army clicks and whirs across the crater of Big Mountain, ever seeking, ever stinging. He must be stopped, or all of Big Mountain shall be destroyed.
Tell me more about the radar fence around the crater.
The radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, the one who built it is me. It keeps anything with a disembodied brain inside, like us. And anything without a brain, also inside.
So it keeps everything inside.
Ultimate defense against communist aggression. There'll be no infectious ideas on my watch.
So if I get my brain back, I can leave?
What? Why would you do either of those things? That is madness. There is nothing outside Big Mountain. We're pretty sure. We would know. Ever since my anxiety-filled days of powerlessness and being bullied in American high school, I have dreamed of such security as the fence. That and giant cybernetic dogs that would ruthlessly patrol and kill anyone who wasn't my friend, like Richie Marcus and Betsy Bright. Who's laughing now, Betsy? I hope you and Richie are happy smoking in your radioactive coffins. I'm glad you never came to my birthday party.
There's a whole world beyond this place, buddy.
No! Beyond is death, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. No matter where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new brains, there is nothing beyond Big Mountain.
Evidence to the contrary?
Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors, making wild claims of a world beyond, where there is a war beyond war. It is unproven and unthinkable.
Right.
Bother the other doctors with your crackpot theories. I have no time. None of us do.
What does Klein want to do with all the technologies I'm getting?
There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the Forbidden Zone, so be it. Science is powerful, and in the right hands, our hands, if we had hands, we would be nigh unstoppable.
Right.
Until next time, then. Provided there is a next time. For any of us.
So there's this thing in Fallout lore where the robo-brains sort of degrade the brain stored inside because biomed gel isn't as perfect as people thought it was before the war. I think we're seeing evidence to that. Hey there, 8. Can you speak? Do you understand me? Did something happen to your voice modulator? Is that a yes or no or a yes no? I'm pretty sure you can understand me. I was wondering if I could ask you some... can I ask you some questions? So who are you? Good to meet you. Acknowledging the text. Maybe I should ask who you used to be. I'll be going now. I wonder if you can actually translate his dialogue in some way.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its
Ooh, he's got
purpose
big lips.
unknown, undefinable. Its presence here impossible.
I think you mean impossible.
Oh, really? Now the lobotomite is a master of the dictionary arts. What, do you have a doctorate in verbology? No? I do. And
It's
stop the
linguistics.
presses. Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Rob Kotek on your arm?
Yep.
It is. What's your agenda bringing that in here?
Some problem with Robco?
How dare you bring Rob Kotek in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Ooh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain could make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
I don't think I'll worry by telling you what Mr. House and his robots have been up to since.
Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, streaming his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girdle bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts.
Ooh, that's a good wording. Listen, I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Ask.
So what do you do here?
All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state.
Yeah. That sounds impressive. Breaking machines, that is.
Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around.
Do you think I could get some more of those worthless caps to test the CIU's barter function?
I'd have a few left. Let me check. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy.
Thank you. What can you tell me about the facility?
Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing.
Tell me about Mobius and the monsters of his.
That genius, Mobius, somehow cobbles together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time.
That's pretty clever.
Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure.
A giant robot scorpion.
Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds?
Anyway, so Dr. O, huh?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
Are you sure? I'm a good listener. I got ears for it.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics.
Hot.
Okay, so my name is an O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
Oh man, I would need 2 more intelligence? Hang on.
Fine. Ask.
I can raise it by 1 with the scientists that
Until our next
Co.
scheduled audio transmission and...
And Mentats can raise it by another, can't it? Oh, you know what? Mentats alone will be enough.
Predictable. The lobotomites...
I want to talk to you more about your name.
I don't feel like arguing it.
If they keep confusing the letter with a number, then the name isn't Dr. O, it's Dr. Zero.
Yes, thank you. Zero. I am Zero.
I don't go why that required 7 intelligence.
Zero.
Alright, so you want me to call you Zero, or?
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, alright? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
I can get to 8, can I get to 9?
Fine. Ask. Until our next scheduled audio transmission and...
What could I do to get to 9 in intelligence? Can I get to 9 intelligence? If I sober it up, that should boost me up. So let's give it a little bit for the alcohol to wear off and talk to someone else in the meantime. I'm going to talk to everybody in this episode before we move on.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. facing me. Epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
I am so fucking horny right now. The quick... Hang on. The quick scribe jumped over the lazy paladin.
Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue? Like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's mouthal cavity.
I am so aroused right now. It seems you have more biological needs than your counterparts.
What? Nonsense.
Close your eyelids. Breathe deeply and stretch languidly.
What? What are you doing? Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography?
I've been mewing. I wonder if you've noticed.
Enough. I'm already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts.
Because you were once human.
Muscle and tissue.
It only makes sense. Why don't you just give in? There's nothing wrong with looking at the human body.
Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago.
I could come back anytime and just breathe if you'd like it.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my jaw might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Ooh. Ooh. Purple, purple. Ooh. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
You know, it's a little less elegance than sex with Fisto. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god.
Last little bit there.
I gave me traits.
Thank you, lobotomite. Please.
He came on me.
Come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
Alright, I'll talk to you in a bit.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
I feel violated in a very good way. I think I need a cigarette. Oh. What's going on in here? I can't zoom in. Can't really tell what that picture's of. Let me stand on it. Those look like pictures of Zion Canyon, actually. Pre-war relaxwear, microfusion cell, energy cells, sexy sleepwear. Okay. Oh, are these their former rooms? I think that's what's going on here. I wonder if you can look at the environment. So this must be Zero, the technology guy. This is her room. Because she loves humans and teddy bears. Yup. A bunch of pre-war hats. Two sexy sleepwears. This must be the leader's room. Because it's all fancy like. His trunk is empty, huh? These must be their bed equivalents.
I can hear your penis-tipped feet tromping around.
Penis-tipped feet. Oh. Okay, they don't care, I don't think. This is probably the one who can't speak's room. Ah, he must be a medical expert. A bunch of radios and walkie-talkies because his voice is fucked up. Poor guy. This must be the biologist's room, I'm guessing. A scientific prize of some kind. Yeah, an animal cage. Okay. Very neat. And then whose room is this? Come on, damn it. Oh, I wonder, was this Mobius's room at one point? Yeah, I think this might have been Mobius's room. That would make sense. When before he had claimed the upper area and before he was kicked out. Yeah, Dr. Mobius's glasses. +2 intelligence, holy shit. Hang on, we might be able to finish that dialogue I was trying to do. And they ain't terrible. Hang on, so Mobius had glasses. So he must be that one. I'm assuming that they're all the scientists I've been speaking to, the scientists, the brains in a jar. Ooh, okay, I've sobered up. Wait, so is that my intelligence is at like 10? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh no. He's running around naked. Oh, hey, what's in here? Nice, more ammo. Oh, wow, that was bouncy. Talk to me while I'm a super genius.
turns. Its purpose? Repetition. Chances of success? High.
I want to talk to you more about your name.
I don't feel like arguing it with you too.
If you want to differentiate the 0 and the O, just put a slash through the 0.
What?
0, draw a dash through it. It's standard terminal code to distinguish the two. Is she seriously confused by this, or are you messing with me? It's standard terminal code to distinguish the two.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm
buddy.
useless.
Oh. Is that what you want to be? So is that what you want to be?
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. Oh is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Maybe we should dispose of the names and focus on the accomplishments.
What did accomplishments ever do for us? Please. I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. And make a 0 in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks.
Really?
Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
I was really hoping I'd see a slash appear in the name in the bottom corner. So, 0, got any amazing discoveries to share?
You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries...
I'm glad I could help.
Of course. Look at this. Just, built it. Amazing, isn't it?
It certainly is interesting, whatever it once was.
You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome.
Alright, see ya, bud.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Hey. How's it going?
You return as curious as a teddy bear. Are you stuck in a looping gesture of greeting?
Looping gesture of greeting?
Looping, yes. It is a scientific fact that hormones drive a percentage of lobotomites into recursive behavior patterns. We haven't researched this, as my colleagues care little about the behavior patterns of lobotomites once their brains are removed. It is why so many are littered around the facility, like skinvelopes, discarded after they are peeled open and the contents extracted.
What recursive behavior patterns are you talking about?
It varies according to the number and density of lobotomites that have infected an area. In 43% of observed cases, 2 lobotomites left alone will fight for dominance or inject bodily fluids into each other's orifices. Unsanitary.
Hot.
I have tried to observe more cases, but subjects seem unwilling to release bodily fluids in my presence.
I'll release bodily fluids in your presence. Can you tell me more about Big Empty, or a Big Mountain?
This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see. No matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers. as it has done for so many before you.
Questions like what?
Previous test subjects who have come here have had many questions for us. We answered them with science, fire, and termination.
Hang on a second.
This mountain, now crater.
Previous test subjects?
Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff. It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself.
3-1?
We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice?
That's terrifying. Why did you say 3-1 subjects before?
Because 3-1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the -1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure.
What happened with these visitors?
Ask Dr. O. And you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way.
Oh.
Perhaps you are stuck in a looping gesture of verbal intercourse.
It feels strange in here. Peaceful but on edge.
It is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here.
Is there any way to shut it off?
Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing. No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain, and we extracted that like we do all lobotomites here.
Oh baby, I want to do something primal, but trust me, it's not aggressive in the way you think. I had other questions.
Perhaps you are stuck in a looping gesture of verbal intercourse.
Why and how did you remove my brain?
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. 1 laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've
So my
never
theory
had
is
a
correct.
lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
So okay, my earlier theory about what lobotomites are is accurate. But how am I still walking around? This makes no sense. How is this even possible?
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again.
So who are you and what do you do here?
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity.
Right.
That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
$211 doctorates? How's that even possible?
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned.
Right. So first, head chief researcher. That's a lot of titles.
What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
I'm sometimes called a courier.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
The second one? There was another courier?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
Burned Man, Joshua Graham, was expecting a courier different from me. Now we have another story of somebody looking for a courier different from... We have another story of another courier looking for a courier. So was that the courier the Burned Man was expecting looking for me, or was it another courier like me looking for the one the Burned Man was looking for? What was the question?
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Can you tell me more about Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius, a monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
So tell me more about the tech Klein wants me to get.
It'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology here at the Dome, where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain.
Alright.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
One eye always watching them. And that looks like the eye I saw in the satellite, honestly. Curious. Well, we got one more doctor to talk to. And I think we'll talk to him next time on Fallout New Vegas. Sorry, it's a lot of talking in these episodes, but it's very interesting topics. I believe, let me quickly look, quests. Yeah, we picked up a couple more. Talk to Klein about your lack of earmuffs. Or talk to Klein despite your lack of earmuffs. What? Oh, picking your brains. Yeah, let's talk to all of them. Why is that lack of ear? What? Brain's best friend tried to find any trace of Gabe in Higgsville. What? Oh, his dog. I think that was the thing he talked about, was a dog. Was it a dog? I think that was the guy talking about he had a pet dog, right? Am I crazy? Ask Dr. Zero about the attack at Think Tank. Attack on... Oh, actually, I think we'll do that before we end episode. Let's quickly talk Zero about the attack. I really like my character's appearance. There's something very cool about just the whole get-up with the slicked back hair and the glasses. My Hispanic boy.
Predictable. The lobotomy.
Oh yeah, let's slide away the Kofi thing because we're not ending yet. I heard you and 8 were attacked by the previous visitors.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm.
Tell me what happened.
This human, I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but...
Who were the others?
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing.
Why is that?
Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
Huh.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying before. Next time, we'll be talking to Dr. Klein. And hopefully wrapping up our time here in the think tank. So, hope you've all been enjoying this episode. End cards will be appearing in just a moment. Love you very, very much, and ta-ta for now.